Thank you, everyone. Welcome to episode 6, Figuring Out Fatherhood. Today I'm here with Vans.
What's going on, man?
What's good, bro? You good?
Yeah, man, I'm good, man.
Yeah, so introduce yourself.
Vans, 31 years old, and father to a little girl.
How old is she?
She's 4 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
4, you made it past terrible 2s and 3s, so...
Yeah, do you know what? I didn't really experience terrible 2s per se. I think it started to come a little bit after. So I'm getting a bit of attitude now. A few tantrums. Oh, I don't want to do this.
But the thing is, at least now she can talk. It's mad when the friend of tantrum can't speak.
Yeah,
So-
that was what I was trying to prepare for, because a lot of people were like, oh yeah, you know, when they hit 2, that's when you start to, you know, but it started to come when she could actually communicate with you,
Okay.
which I could appreciate. So it kind of makes it easier in a sense, because she can then understand what I'm saying to her and internalize certain things. So yeah, man.
Yeah, but anyway, the reason why I brought you here today was to talk about you, your life, and how you treated the dating world, I guess, since you've had a child.
Okay. It's a little bit different because me and my daughter's mum were together, even, you know, after she came around.
Okay.
So, you know, we broke up, you know, a short while after she was born. So, since then, it's been a bit difficult in how to maneuver, internalizing my own feelings about the whole entire situation. So it kind of allowed me to take some time out to myself for quite a long while. I guess ever since the breakup, I haven't dated anyone seriously. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's just been a few like, oh yeah, that person's interested, that person's interested. Talk.
Just interested, yeah?
I mean, it depends on how you interpret interest.
Yeah, no, I understand.
So it's just one of them things. You talk to people, you kind of see where it goes, but then some people might not necessarily be ready for someone that's got a child. Do you know what I'm saying?
Of course.
I think with the age that I am at right now, you get to a place where it's difficult meeting people who haven't got children. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's had its challenges, but I don't think it's affected me greatly or affected my lifestyle as a single dad.
Okay, so you say you tend to meet women who have kids as well. Is that what you're implying?
You do, and you don't at the same time. So the ones that don't, they will meet me, and then they'll find out that I'm a dad, and then the energy changes a little bit.
You reckon? In what sense?
Sometimes, you know, I think there'll be some women who they don't want to go there with someone that's that has a child, just in case it gets a little bit more serious. And ideally to them, they want to be with someone that it's their first time when they do cross that road. So yeah, man, there's various different dynamics to it.
How do you feel about that? About you're talking to someone and...
Do you know what? Yeah, I don't have a problem with it.
Yeah.
It's like, do your thing, because I remember when I was at a time where I was about to have my child, my preference would have been with someone that it's their first time too.
Of
So
course.
we both share that beautiful experience as first time parents. So it's nothing that I take personally.
Of course.
You know, it's like I'm in a very comfortable position, like within myself. So if things don't work out, I don't like wallow like over it. It's just like, okay, another one bites the dust.
Fair enough. Well, I guess my question is, so a lot of my questions are going to be quite hypothetical, because you haven't actually been down that road yet.
Yeah,
so
sure.
when you start dating someone seriously, if you plan on dating someone seriously, how do you plan on integrating that person into your life? And not just your life, but into your daughter's life as well, because it's more than just you now.
Yeah, of course, man. And it's something that you've got to take into serious consideration, because it's not just you in this scenario. You've got to think about the other person, and you also have to consider the other parent, because it's difficult bringing someone new into you know, a child's life. So they have to kind of be aware of that as well.
Yeah.
Just in terms of like keeping that respect there. and doing things the right way, in my opinion. It's a thing where you have to make this new person that's come into your life, getting them to understand that there's it's not going to be as free flowing as you may be used to or you might want. Being a dad, you have to put your child first, and they have to understand that. If they can't, then you won't be able to get past that barrier. So the other person has to be a little bit selfless in a way, rather than selfish. Which, in my mind, I don't think it should be as hard, but you never know. So I think the important basis for me would be to get them to understand that first, and then slowly start maneuvering things in where we can start incorporating my daughter into it. And whenever I'm ready to have that introduction, then we can have it. It's not going to be as quickly as, a lot of people may think. Oh well, we're in this together, so why is it? Because you need to be sure within yourself it's going to have that longevity. Otherwise, my daughter will just be meeting this, that, and the other. So you have to actually be sure before you do anything else, because you don't want to confuse your child.
Because the thing I asked, because I've got a daughter as well, actually, as you're well aware. For me, it's something that I sat down with my mum to talk about, and we were just like, ultimately, when we do start dating and stuff, ideally, what should happen, what we plan to do anyway, is the fact that I would meet whoever she's dating, get to, I guess, vetting to some degree anyway, and then she'll meet whoever I'm dating before we then let the other person partner then meet. This is our agreement moving forward.
And that could be something that slows things down, because the other person might be like, what is this?
Exactly.
Do you know, like they might not be as understanding. They might not understand your thought process. Like, why do I need to be sort of like interviewed? Because that's essentially what it sounds like. So it's like, wait, hold on, I don't want to do this. Do you know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of factors to kind of consider in this, and it's never going to be like route one or as simplistic as you would like. But I do feel like being or wanting to embark on a mature situation, things will happen seamlessly. You would hope. You would hope.
I feel like it's one of those things, like not everyone is as understanding, and I feel like people tend to show themselves anyway when these kind of things come up, because like you mentioned, personally, before I had my daughter, if I was to date someone that had a child and she was like, I would like it to come with my daughter's or my son's dad, like you meant, I'd be like, why? But then since I had my child, it's like I realised that I wouldn't just be in a relationship with her, I'm in a relationship with her child as well. Of course. As much as I want to fight it, both we're all in it together.
100%.
I noticed that as well. Something to think about as well is the fact that whoever you do date in the end is gonna be a mother figure of some sort to your daughter. So I guess your requirements don't change.
Or in terms of qualities, in a woman. You're right, because I mean, there's a little person here that you kind of have to. You're not going to be the same as you are with a grown adult. So you have to change certain things about yourself, make yourself you have to be self-aware that there is someone else in this entire dynamic. So your thoughts towards the woman that you choose to then be with, you have to look at certain qualities within them and see if it's applicable to your situation. If not, then I don't know.
Fair enough. And what about in terms of your daughter's mum dating? Have you guys spoken about that before? Do
you know what? We have, but like not in depth. So it's just one of them things that we don't know how we're going to handle it. But when that time does come, I hope it shouldn't be too much of an issue. Because I think in this entire thing, when you date someone, or when someone wants to date me and I've and I have a child with a previous partner, there's going to be so many questions that come into the fold, like, you know, what was the reason of the breakup? Was there any lingering feelings? Like, you know, is there a possibility that, you know, you can amend things? And there's a lot of things, and the other person don't know how to view the situation of me moving on, and it's just, there's so many things that you really have to sit down and take into consideration before you make that next step.
Okay,
because there's a lot of feelings involved, including myself.
Including yours, yeah.
And the thing is that what we shouldn't try and do is try to neglect our feelings, because I think if you do that, you're not being true to yourself. And in order to be true to yourself is to just really sit down and hone into what you're really feeling.
Yeah. And I guess my final question for you is, how are you going to manage? Sorry, I've gone blank again. I don't ask you something, yeah. How are you going to manage? I've got it, I'm back. We're back? Cool. So my final question for you is, I guess, you know, there's a stigma behind, I guess, when people in a relationship and have a child, when they split up, there's this thought that the mother of the child is always accessible to the dad. There's always that risk that he could run back to her because that's the place where he feels, I guess, safe, for lack of a better word.
Right.
How would you communicate this to someone that you're dating and seeing to reassure her that that's not the case and will never be the case?
I mean, in order for me to be in a serious relationship, that would speak volumes in how I move going forward. That means that there isn't, I mean, in life you can like never say never, but if these are my intentions, then you should know that regardless of the history that we've had, this is my direction now. I'm moving forward, and I hope that they can see that. I mean, you're going to have to demonstrate some things to them to kind of overcome the current situation, which is like her being worried that this may happen, or, you know, there's always a story where that sort of stuff happens, like where, you know, this guy pursues this girl, but then in the end he goes back to his previous who he has a child with. So yeah, man, it's difficult, but if you have the right intentions, I think it can work, and the person that you're planning to move forward with should be able to see that. Cool, that's fair enough. Thank you very much. Nah, it's alright, man. But yeah, tell us what you do. What do you do outside of work and just life? I've got a podcast. It's almost like you forget you have it. Yeah. I have a podcast called Off the Cuff Podcast. Shout outs to my brother Foles that I do it with. And yeah, man, we're just striving, and we're taking great strides to kind of get our names in certain conversations and stuff. So yeah, man, if you want to find out more about me and us and what we do, just follow us on our socials at Off the Cuff Pod. That's on Twitter and on Instagram. Subscribe to the YouTube, just type in Off the Cuff Podcast and you'll see us. Your socials, or you don't want to? Mr. Vans 7 on Twitter and on the Instagram. Cool. Thanks a lot. Cheers, man. Pleasure. How long was that? That is 12 minutes. That's nice.